Hello mates, welcome to Full Stack Java Developer. I am Kiran Jadhav here. In this session, I will teach you here design pattern. And first we'll start with the creational design pattern. And the design pattern is Singleton Design Pattern in Java. Then see, Singleton Design Pattern, it means we are going to create only one instance. It means we are going to restrict for creating only one instance of class. That's called Singleton Design Pattern. Then first we'll come up with the theory approach and then we'll start with the implementation part. See, Singleton Design Pattern, it ensures that a class has one and only one instance throughout the application and provides a global point of access to it. And what are the use cases in real-time example? We have available example like logging. Whenever you are using like log4j or slave4j, that is the like best example of you can simply say Singleton Design Pattern. The next is configuration settings. It means in Spring Boot application itself available auto configuration, right? And if you want to add some like JWT Spring security things, then also we are using annotation as @configuration. Like the configuration settings, you can simply come up with the singleton itself. Again, database connection for one application, mostly we are going to like create the one connection, right? For the DB connection, you can simply say this is also part of the singleton design pattern. Next is cache, like Spring cache, otherwise you can simply say we are using Redis cache. This is also best example of the singleton design pattern. And implementation types, we have available eager initialization. It means instance created at class loading. And next is lazy initialization. It means instance created when it needed. And the one more is thread safe singleton. It means safe for multi-threaded environments with the help of synchronized keyword, right? Then what are the steps to create the class like singleton? Then the first step, make the like you can simply use the private constructor there. Second, create a private static instance of the class. And third is provide a public static method to return the instance. Now we'll come up with the implementation part. For that perspective, I am simply going to open the IntelliJ, and here I am creating new Java class and giving the Java class name as singleton pattern. Perfect. Class is created here. In that I am just going to add here main method. Perfect. Then here I am creating the class name as you can simply say singleton, and here we are going to create the private default constructor. See, this is the default constructor we have created. See, this is our first step. You can simply create the private default constructor as per our like business requirement here, right? Make the constructor as private. The second, create a private static instance of the class. Then how to create it? For that perspective, you can simply say this will be private static. Then we are giving here this will be like final as well, and given here this will be singleton. You can say the name as like instance, otherwise you can simply say singleton instance, that also fine. Singleton instance equal to new singleton. Perfect. And then see, this is the second step, like create a private static instance of the class. See, here we have created the instance by using which keyword? New keyword. And then coming to next is we are using here provide a public static method to return the instance. It means we are just going to use here getter, you can simply say get singleton instance. See, such a way, right? Then now we'll simply come up with the main class main method, and there I am just going to add, like you can simply say the reference for singleton 1 equal to, you can simply say singleton dot get instance. And the similar we are just going to create the one more, you can simply say reference like singleton 2, and we are just calling singleton dot get singleton instance. Then I am going to print it like singleton 1 dot hash code. Then definitely we are expecting the same hash code, and this will be singleton 2 dot hash code. Control A, Alt, Control L, it will format the code base. Then simply right click and go to the run as Java application. Then see on screen, we are expecting it will go to print same hash code there. See, here is it, like same hash code available, right? Yes, it means it creates only one instance, you can simply say. For that perspective, like we have created the class like singleton, In that we have added the first step, like you can simply create the private default constructor. Constructor, it means same name as the class name here. This must be private, and you know, once we declare the private, we have scope within class itself. Next, we have created here instance for the singleton, and this is, you can simply say, we have make it like private static final singleton, and this is like instance we have created here, right, by using new keyword. This is the second step. And third step we are just using here for get instance, you can simply say, right. And then whenever we are going to create the main method, within that we have created the reference for singleton, like this is singleton 1, singleton 2, and corresponding we are just going to call which method, you can simply say get singleton instance. Then definitely, like here, whatever output you are able to see, this is like same hash code it will goes to print. See on screen, here is the available output, right. Yeah, such a way like we have implemented here singleton design pattern. Then one more time I am just going to revise this theory context. See, singleton design pattern ensures that class has one and only one instance throughout the application and provides a global point of access to it. It means here within this application, like we have only one instance available, you can simply say. That's why we were able to see the same hash code available there, right. And hash code nothing but it is an integer type of value, you can simply say. Great. Next is use cases. We have available logging. Then best example I am giving for real-time use case. Here I already created the application for GST billing, and there you will be able to see the logging example. Now if I am come up with the like this is JWT filter, right. See, here is available logging like log.info, you can simply say. This is the best example of our singleton design patterns. Number of places we use the logger, right, and this is achieved by using SLF4j, but sometimes you will be able to see logger, this will be coming from log4j as well. Then whenever log comes, you can simply say this is the best example of our singleton design patterns here. Fine, great. Now come up with the next configuration settings. The best example I am giving, we have available database configuration, right, but we are not using like configuration everywhere. Then this is auto configuration happens because of Spring Boot, but if you want to check the configuration annotation and those, you can simply check in our real-time project. See, in GST billing itself, like we have available security config class, right. Then see, here we have added the configuration annotation, because this is like we are using Spring security concept here and the JWT for like secure the REST APIs. For that perspective, we have created this is security config class and itself annotated with the configuration, right. Then for configuration settings also we are using singleton design pattern. Now we'll come up with the database connection. Then whenever you are coming up with the like database connection part, like here also you are able to see we have available resources, application dot, like those are the YAML file available, right. Yeah, PostgreSQL, whatever like MySQL available there, right. In this is like you can simply say database connection part also come up with our singleton design pattern itself. And now we'll come up with the cache. It means you can simply say either Spring framework cache or otherwise Redis cache. The best example here I am giving, if you want to check, like we have available DAO IMPL class here. If you are come up with here, see here we are using, this is like cache things we are using here, like this is, you can simply say we are using annotation at the rate like cache with cacheable, right. This also like our singleton instance, it means. Then caching mechanism perspective also we are using singleton design patterns, and once you are using cacheable here, then definitely in main class we are going to use annotation as at the rate enable caching. Then those are the like real-time examples. Like every project there is available singleton design pattern by default, because each and every project either they are using logging, configuration settings, database connection, cache mechanism, right. For there is, I mean, they are using singleton design patterns. Then interview perspective, you can simply say like I'm handy with the singleton design patterns. Number of places we have implemented the logging, configuration settings, database connection, and we have used the cache mechanisms as well. Either you are using Redis cache or the Spring framework cache, but there is available by default singleton design pattern. And design pattern, it is not the solution directly for your problem. This is just like way of thinking, way of approach to come up with the solution. Then see, implementation type we have available eager initialization, lazy initialization, and thread set singleton. And how to create the singleton class, for that perspective steps like make the constructor as private, create a private static instance of the class, and provide a public static method to return the instance. And all like 3 points we have implemented here. The first thing, create the private default constructor. Next, you can simply create here like private static, this is singleton instance, you can simply say. and the next we are using here like just return like get singleton instance. And whenever you are going to call like here, like you can simply create the reference for singleton 1 singleton 2 here, and we are going to call here this like get singleton instance method. Then it will goes to print like same hash code for singleton 1 singleton 2, and if there is like same hash code, you can simply say it restrict with the only one instance. Yeah, that's it in this session. Like we learn here how to create the singleton design patterns, and like where we use the real-time example singleton design pattern in our project as well. Then we will continue with this series for design patterns. In upcoming sessions I will cover up like factory design pattern, builder design pattern, proxy design pattern, right? Almost there is 10 to 5 plus design patterns we are going to cover up in upcoming series. Then thanks for watching this video. Please do like, share, subscribe the channel to get more updates, and see you in next video.